Hello friends, my name is Luan and this is my first YouTube video. For starters, I thought it would be nice to introduce my little corner of the internet, so let's begin. You might have guessed that I love using my little hands to create little things. I'm very fond of working with clay and polymer clay, but that's not the only thing I like. Actually, I love anything related to creativity or culture, from painting to sculpting or sewing. I love reading and making pretty things. It's very eclectic, but that's what excites me. And the thing is, I've heard a lot of people say that you should pick a niche, a specific topic for your channel, but to be frank, that's genuinely not who I am and how I see things. I love the feeling of learning how to do something new and adding that skill to my little repertoire. So, you have just entered the world of a young woman who has 1001 passions in life, who loves to try anything and everything, which might be obsessive sometimes, but let's just ignore that. If you connect with that, well, a very warm welcome to you, and I hope you feel great here. Without further ado, let's start with a few details about me. Number 1. I am a 19-year-old med school student and I would very much like to be a surgeon. Number 2. I live in Europe and maybe my accent can give you a hint. Number 3. I have started ballet this year and I've been wanting to ever since my parents brought my sister and I to see Swan Lake performed by the Russian National Ballet. I have also begun contemporary dance and I love it. It's such a great way to express feelings in the most beautiful manner. Number 4. I don't know if that's useful, but for those interested, my Korean mbti is INTJ, which is the architect, and I find it strangely accurate for the most part. Number 5. I am a Leo, but I promise I'm not the mean girl, or at least I hope I'm not. Number 6. I love reading before going to sleep, and my favorite book is actually a book series, and it's called The Mirror Visitor by Christelle Dabos. The first volume is A Winter's Promise, and it is a whimsical tale that takes place in a world fragmented into islands floating in the sky, and there's Ophelia, kind of a bookworm, who has the ability to read objects' history by touching them, and the whole intrigue begins when she finds herself embarked in an arranged marriage to Thorn from another island with other abilities, and she has to travel in a dirigible to an island where she has to remain unknown until the marriage is official, because rare are those with good intentions. And let me tell you, it is a pure masterpiece. Number 7, also related to reading, but when I am passionate about a book, I can read and walk in the meantime without bumping into signs most of the time. Number 8. I always sleep with my socks and my slippers are flip-flops, which is controversial, I know, but it is very much comfy. Number 9. I took the test and my Hogwarts house is Gryffindor. Number 10. I love movies from the 80s and 90s, especially The Breakfast Club and 10 Things I Hate About You. It is cheesy but not too much, and the characters make me laugh a lot. I highly recommend. Number 11. My favorite series of all time are Friends, in which I think I would be Monica, and also Gilmore Girls. Number 12. My favorite Disney princess is Rapunzel, and I think it's because it's the first Disney movie I went to the cinema to see with my family. And I also love Tinkerbell. I love how they made her the crafty fairy. Number 13. I am a huge fan of Ghibli movies and I adore the vibe of Totoro. It's my comfort character and I have a Totoro cuddly toy because, yes, I still sleep with a lot of cuddly toys who, by the way, take more room than me in my own bed, but I tolerate that. Number 14. My favorite childhood shows are The Winx Club and The Totally Spies. Number 15. I enjoy listening to music every once in a while, but for the most part I listen to ASMR a lot more in the background because I think it is so calming and soothing and it helps me learn my lessons. Number 16. I do not live with my parents anymore, but we have a pet. He behaves a bit more like a dog, walks very often and pretty well on a leash, but we double checked and it is a cat. Number 17. When I was in middle school, I used to collect the tiny balls in the cartridge of the fountain pens, and I have had the same fountain pen for 9 years now. Number 18. I am left-handed, and as soon as I learned how to write, my daddy told me that I couldn't write the same way as right-handed people do, and I had to learn, not without trouble, to write from below with a slanted notebook, otherwise the ink would bleed. That's why I love fountain pens so much, because it's way easier for me to write with and the feeling is incomparable. Number 19. When I was a baby, my parents would take me to the beach and I would constantly crawl to the water, so they always had to keep an eye on me. Also, I love swimming and I never wear goggles in the sea because I prefer to have my eyes wide open in the water. Yes, I agree, it sounds a little bit weird saying it. Number 20. I have the unfortunate tendency when I see something I like to not even think about buying it, but to try my best to figure out a way to make it myself, even though it is probably going to take me forever. But what can I say? The feeling of making it myself is just too nice. Number 21. When I don't know what to do or I have a little bit of spare time, I love going to bookstores and just strolling around aisles of books, looking for what is new or which graphic novel is going to join my TBR. By the way, TBR is the abbreviation for to be read in the book community. Well, that is all for today. I really want to make this place a cozy corner, a little secret garden where we do a bunch of different things each time, and I hope that you can join me on this journey. I'd like to create things that make me happy and share that with people who genuinely share the same interest, or maybe not. After all, just people who want to spend a nice couple of minutes. I'd love to know you as well, so feel free to introduce yourself in the comments, your hobbies, your favorite book, anything you like. Sweet kisses. The cute desk decor is very much inspired by Acorn Pots on Instagram. I've linked her account in the description.